So I don't think about like raising a bunch of future Bela Flecks. I think about raising a bunch of future whoever you are.
Yeah. Every instrument carries a story waiting to be heard.
Just close enough to cause that clash.
I'm David Lien, and this is The Instrument Makers, a YouTube series where we visit diverse instrument workshops,
Bravo.
explore the artistry and techniques of master artisans,
Nice, that was gorgeous. That was so fun.
and share the remarkable journeys and insights we discover along the way.
Does not always look like it's going well, even though it is.
This episode is a special continuation of our visit to the Magic Fluke workshop in Sheffield, Massachusetts. While we were there exploring their philosophy of building beautiful, locally sourced, and accessible instruments, we met Zack Munsell and uncovered a compelling parallel story, the vision behind Friendly Banjos. Zack had a singular inspiring idea: to create an easy-to-play, introductory banjo that sounds and looks amazing. Recognizing this shared mission for accessible, quality instruments, he partnered with Magic Fluke, who now craft every friendly banjo right under their roof. What sparked Zack's major life transition into the world of instrument design? In this episode, we sit down with Zack, as well as Ben, who is a key member of the Magic Fluke family, to unravel the entire journey. We'll dive into Zack's personal story, the design process, the challenges of creating a truly unique banjo, and how this unique partnership developed. Though, in fact, inspired by Zack's vision, I did, in fact, buy a friendly banjo for my 3-year-old nephew. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out my website to read some behind the scenes. You can support this passion project by visiting my Ko-fi page, where you can buy merch such as stickers, sheet music, and guitar picks, and some curated and rare Japanese instruments, such as a Suzuki Bullback mandolin or Taisho Goto. If you missed the first part of our visit, focusing on Magic Fluke, you can check it out on my channel. Let's get started. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, David.
It's gorgeous out here. Can you tell me, who are you? Where are we? What is this instrument?
Hi, I'm Zack. We are in the Berkshires of Massachusetts. I am the founder of a small company called Friendly Banjos, and this is the Friendly Banjo. It's a 3-string, color-coded learner instrument, which I believe to be possibly the easiest string instrument for a kid that's like 4.5 and up to pick up and just start playing. And that also goes for their parents too. If they don't have a background in music, it makes it really easy for them to quickly adopt this instrument and bring making music into their household.
Did you grow up playing banjo?
I did not. I had a banjo that was in my basement in 2-part. It was a family heirloom. I found it and I somehow put it back together when I was about 17 years old. And I put strings on it. I got so excited. And then I realized really quickly I'm a left-handed person, and it's almost impossible to play a right-handed banjo if you're a lefty, because the way that banjos are constructed, they have one short 5th string. So as soon as you start playing it as a left-handed person, your hand just gets stopped.
Oh, okay.
So my relationship with the banjo has been really tumultuous, I'd say.
Were you a musician before that?
A little bit. I think I kind of self-learned ukulele and guitar around 14, but I never got really good at any instrument. So I definitely had a block, I would say, with music. I wouldn't call myself a musician because I never really felt very good at making music until I got a banjo in my late 20s.
So that when you got that banjo, that's when things changed a little bit.
Yeah, that banjo kind of ruined my life.
Are you from here originally?
I'm from Cape Cod, so that's the exact other side of Massachusetts.
All right.
So as a kid, did you get hit over the head with a banjo or something? Or you tripped and fell over one? Or why a banjo?
Yeah, it's a very long story, but I would say it starts on the Pacific Crest Trail. I had gotten injured around Mount Whitney, and I ended up at a hostel. And I picked up a banjo while I was at this hostel and while I was healing. Cut to a year later, I'm back in my real life. The pandemic strikes. I'm working at an office and I have to work from home and I have all this time in my life. So I order a left-handed banjo. I finally make that decision. And over the next few years, what unfolds is I just get addicted to how accessible the instrument is. I didn't realize just how easy banjos are to pick up and start playing and to like get good at. There's a very quick learning curve. And then that confidence with music helps me start to express myself a lot more. I do a lot of healing through both being able to play music and being able to write music. Man, I think I was just kind of a lost soul for a long time.
Wow.
I was trying to fit into places and with people that weren't really in alignment with who I am. So for a long time, I worked in corporate America. And it started off really cool. I worked for this small like market research firm, and we were in the renewable space. And then one day we got acquired by like a big global gas and oil capitalistic company. And then, I just was trying to climb that ladder for a while until I had the bright idea to leave that behind and learn the trade of banjo making. At first, I realized I wanted to make beginner banjos, and I didn't know exactly what that looked like.
Is there a reason why?
The reason why was because when I picked up the banjo, it gave me so much confidence with music, and I felt like that was misunderstood in my own life, but I also felt like maybe the United States in general has a misunderstanding about this instrument, not only in its like African origins, but also that I think they're really intuitive and easy to play. I think people kind of associate banjos with bluegrass music, and there are really only two types of banjo players in bluegrass: is fast banjo players and really fast banjo players. So I think the misconception about the banjo just got me really excited to like maybe help be a conduit for change. I wouldn't even say more professional banjo playing. Like, I just want people to have an easy outlet to make music in their homes. And I also do think that playing string instruments is a great accessible way for people to express themselves. So I don't think about like raising a bunch of future Bela Flecks. I think about raising a bunch of future whoever you are. Like, and that might take you on the path to the cello, the violin, the sitar. The banjo is just, I think, a good jumping off point, and it was never really looked at like that. And that's who I wanted to be, make a beginner banjo. So that's the kind of cool thing about these is they don't have to be, I call it either imperfect tuning or good enough tuning. I just kind of do it by ear, and I teach my students that if this is your do, do, re, mi, fa, so, you tune by ear just by using your voice to find the note, and it's gonna sound good no matter where it is. Really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, so Magic Fluke manufacturing, how did this come about?
A little bit of luck. I did a Kickstarter for this instrument, the Friendly Banjo, with a prototype I had at the time.
Did he make this prototype?
The prototype I had help making by a few people, starting with Rooster from Cloverlick Banjo Shop. He helped me at a great time of need to like make essentially the prototype to this instrument. Then I added the colors, and like a lot of my models have this face myself. And then I worked with a guy named Clark Buchanan to dial in like the playability, adding a heel to the banjo. And then it was around that time that I went on TikTok and I introduced the product to a lot of people. I got like 2 million views on a video really quickly, just kind of showing off this little instrument. And that funded a Kickstarter.
Wow.
Along with, you know, people who'd been following my journey. I'd been posting about it for a while, like creating this little banjo company on Instagram, and then obviously family and friends helped too. So I ended up raising over $20,000.
Wow.
And I flew out to California to like meet with a big banjo manufacturer over there. But manufacturing of instruments isn't really all that big in the United States. It used to be in the early 1900s, and alongside automobiles and about everything, it's just been in decline. So I talked to the few instrument manufacturers I knew of, and I wanted it to be USA made. So that really limits you. And almost a year after the Kickstarter, I ended up seeing a little instrument that had a similar design in the background of a TikTok video. I had luckily been kind of friends with this TikToker, so I asked him, I was like, who makes this instrument? And he got back to me, and I looked up the Magic Fluke, and I'm in Massachusetts at the time.
You're in Cape Cod.
I was on Cape Cod, and I had flown to California. I had talked to a company in Florida, Colorado, and all of a sudden I just saw like the perfect manufacturer I didn't even know about. and they're essentially in my backyard. So I got my stuff together. I reached out, and I think I really just just by luck or by fate, they were at a place where they actually, wanted to start working with someone else as well to OEM and manufacture a product. This was like post-pandemic when there's a boom of people buying musical instruments. Yeah. And then there's kind of a downturn for a lot of manufacturers after that. So timing-wise, it just worked out. Yeah.
Is there a reason why you wanted to reach out to a manufacturer to help you instead of doing it yourself?
I think about it this way. People would say like, oh, I don't want to use power tools. I'm afraid I might cut off my fingers. That's not me. I say, I don't want to use power tools because I know I'll cut off my fingers, dude.
Is this why you moved out to New York to be closer to Magic Fluke?
Yeah, and that's been amazing. Yeah. Like, I ended up out here and I ended up on the Appalachian Trail for 3 months while I was looking for a house with my dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I ended up finding a cool spot just over the border in New York.
Incredible. Just like camping out in the woods for a bit?
Yeah, I hiked about 500 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was cool. Like me being here, and then I work with kids in my day-to-day. Yeah. Right now we're at a nature summer camp.
Oh, that's fun.
Really cool. I have these banjos. I'm out there with kids having these in their hands every day, and then I can come here and be like, hey, this isn't working because the action's too high for like a 4.5-year-old's finger. And they're so flexible here and so good at what they do that they can find that perfect balance of action that keeps tonality and like the things that I can't do.
Yeah.
So it's a good team. This song is one that I play with a lot of young kids and families. It's a call and response typically, which means that I say something and kids say it back, and it's an affirmation song. And what's really cool about it is every part of the song not only is true about me, but it's true about you and you and you. It's called I Can't Be Anything But Me. I am loved, I am strong, I am welcome, I belong.
I am patient.
I am patient.
I am kind.
I am kind.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am divine.
I am divine.
And then the chorus goes like this. I can't be anything but me. Try it out with me.
I can't be anything but me.
Do you have something that's next that's rattling in your mind?
Mass adoption.
Yes. What is that? What?
No, I think what's next is like educational adoption. And I also want to get into more homes.
Okay.
I don't think it's another instrument. I'm really excited about this, and it's doing what it's intended to. It's just gotten really dialed in the last year.
Yeah.
I think the next step is creating like a case that looks a lot nicer than, I don't know if the camera can see this.
A little bit.
Yeah, I want to have like a 6 carrying case so that teachers can have a classroom set of these in a really nice, stylish, cute box. And I would say on top of that, what I'm starting to step into is live workshops. So I'm at libraries right now. I'm at conservation land trusts, and I get kids out in nature and we write music together and I tell stories and sing songs with them.
Anything but me.
I am me.
I am me.
Not anyone else.
Not anyone else.
Who would I be?
Who would I be?
I love myself.
I love myself.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Mass adoption of that in the works, I hope.
I hope so too, and it is really cool to see you hit on the points that, like, as much as I love the ukulele and consider it such a significant instrument in this country, I think it's a little more mature. I think it's like a 13-year-old's or 12-year-old's instrument and above. Maybe 10-year-old some. Yeah. And like obviously there are some kids that are so naturally invested and inclined they can do it. This little instrument does make it easier for a 5-year-old to just start playing music that sounds really nice and can accompany other instruments. Hey David, would you like to learn You Are My Sunshine?
Yes.
All right, this is how you play it on a friendly banjo. It's an open chord. And then your first chord is your La. So that's your pointer finger on the blue bar on the bottom string. And then the third chord, which comes after playing the Do again, the first chord, is going to be your Re, which is the blue bar in the middle string. Perfect.
All right.
So it sounds like this. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, I think instrument makers generally are not like, a lot of them aren't like capitalists. Like, we're working for making music, and having people and kids make music. So you're covering a lot of really cool, big-hearted people in your videos, and I thank you for the work you do. And I thank you for including me in this series.
No, I appreciate it.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Nice job, David.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. You sounded great.
Thank you very much. You sounded even better.
Oh, come on. Get out of here.
Okay. Here we go.
There you go.
Feel comfortable?
There you go.
I like the symphony our
It's pretty
chairs
spooky.
are all making together.
Does yours make any noise?
I don't think so. Not quite as symphonic.
And that's how music was actually created.
Cheers.
Yeah, chairs. That's where it started, and then, over time, instruments were developed beyond just the chair. Yeah.
That's right. Cool facts with Zach.
That's what they call this segment. And then it comes on screen. Oh, rainbow style.
Rainbow style.
So, at least from my perspective, like, Magic Fluke and Ben here are like a huge point of completion for me being able to have a business that makes banjos. But yeah, a big thing you notice here that's different from any other string instrument really is that the strings go through the headstock and like the tuners are in the opposite direction.
Well, it was pretty clear that Zack had only been in touch with traditional instrument makers before reaching out to us. We start from a manufacturing lens, and we're saying, okay, well, Zack wants to make this as inexpensive as possible, as solid and durable as possible, and it's got to be beautiful. And the most challenging thing that an instrument maker has to contend with is string tension. How do you keep strings taut and maintain good action without compromising or overbuilding? And I feel like people go in the direction of overbuilding, and I feel like we've hit a sweet spot where we know, okay, this can work. What noise can we remove? And so when Zack showed us his initial drawing, it made sense just to keep the plane of the neck, as slim as possible.
Yeah.
And if you flip the tuner, you are able to get the string tension that is otherwise needed as a headstock like extension piece, and that's a glue joint, another piece of wood, and
Or even a thicker piece of wood to begin with, right? And more milling.
Right, so all that would probably double the cost of this neck here.
And the pegs on the top, I think, are also visually nice too.
I
In
agree.
the front. So I think that worked out.
And I think it works well for parents and kids when they're learning tuning, is they just put it on their lap and like they're seeing the string that's associated with the tuning peg. So it's kind of cool how something that keeps happening is that sometimes the manufactured purpose is different from like the outcome. Like when I first saw this, I questioned that at first. I was like, is it okay that kids are going to learn this differently, like versus a ukulele or any other traditional instrument? And then it just, maybe it's just my marketing brain that spins it, but it actually it ends up working really nicely for new players.
I feel like the mission of both of our companies and why we align is how do we get music out into the most hands of the most people? And, we've sort of shifted our business model, the Magic Fluke, a couple of years ago, and we've started focusing on schools and libraries because that's also a really impactful group to, if you can get one instrument or 10 into a library, maybe hundreds or thousands of people get to experience music. And so when Zack came and said, I'm not just going to make a handful of banjos, but I've got this Kickstarter campaign and this whole idea to make this business around getting music in the hands of young people. That's what we're trying to do. And, the larger goal of just having more music and more common language globally is what we need right now. So that felt really aligned.
And doing it in a way that's like good for the community that we're serving as well. Even as that extends to the United States, it's like we're making these instruments. You're looking at one of the makers of this instrument that might even know the tree where the wood came from, or he definitely knows. And that fits my ethics as well. So yeah, it was really a perfect match.
Which tree did it come from?
I mean, yeah.
Its name was Carl.
It's, I guess at this point, know less the tree, but more the radius where the wood comes from is, this region, this bioregion. And so within, 50 to 100 miles is where almost, 90% of our lumber is sourced. Mm-hmm. And some of the parts came from trees that I took down in, my parents' woods.
And, I love that.
Super cool.
Or if there's a tree that's being taken down on the road, I'll ask them to leave it here and we can mill it up and turn it into parts.
Super cool. There's so much to say that I like about Magic Fluke. I love the willingness they have to explore even my worst ideas. And because sometimes those worst ideas in the right hands become really, really impactful for the machines that we're creating, these little tools, these little banjos. I think a really good story is this bridge right here. This is about a year in the making. And it was just such a bad design, but they went forward with it, in the way that I had it, but they improved on it. And then it took, another couple of tries after that. We didn't ditch it, but we kept coming back to it until we came up with this really awesome bridge design between us. And I know your dad helped make it sound better. So it's like this perfect mix of usability and tone that works really well for this instrument. And I just love that ideas aren't scrapped here. As weird as they may sound, they're contextualized and then they're seen through. So the flexibility of this place is really cool.
Off the bat, Zach was really trusting of our expertise, when he showed up with this idea that really needed to be, a lot of elements needed to be reconsidered to be manufacturable. He was open to that and trusting and said, listen, I'll receive whatever you guys take. And so we've had a wonderful conversation, but just appreciating his willingness to trust that, we do have 25 years of industry experience. There are a lot of nuances that go into this, and it's a lot of fun. And I think, you always have just positive, fun attitude about it, which is, it's great to work with someone who enjoys, the process as much as the end product.
Someone said my dog was the most optimistic dog they've ever met because she'll just stand with you with a stick, being like, you're going to throw it eventually, right? And I just kind of relate to my dog.
Totally.
I come with my stick and eventually someone will throw it.
You're right.
I just try to approach life with optimism. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Truly, I don't know. I'm so invested in what I've started creating this banjo company that it is easily not only an extension of me, but this is me. This is
that's
my
your face, right?
That's
there.
these are literally, look at my eyebrows. Same eyebrows. And yeah, this would not exist in the world if not for the amazing people at Magic Fluke. So I'm so grateful, dude. You complete me.
Zach's journey is a powerful testament to the idea that the best instruments are born from a deep mission. A mission to share the joy of the banjo with as many people as possible. His commitment and the big risks he took to achieve it are truly remarkable. My sincere thanks goes out to Zach Munsell for sharing his entire story, to the whole team at Magic Fluke for hosting us, and to my composer friend Evan Anderson for helping to film this episode. To dive deeper into Zach's incredible work, where you'll find videos, resources, and of course the friendly banjos, head over to his website. Thank you for tuning in to The Instrument Makers, and we'll see you next time.